Okay, I'm at cave 138, I think was the name here. Yeah, 138, which is one of the Edison ice caves. This one has a huge entrance, but it doesn't go back anywhere, so much as I can tell. Unless it's a really tight crawl, but I'm not gonna try that. Notice I'm standing up. The ceiling here is at least 10 feet tall. Quickly gets lower though. In fact, the whole entrance is pretty much the end of the cave. Kind of disappointing. Oh well. Not all caves can be 10 miles long. What's interesting here, the wall, mostly smooth, but it's got some little like formations on them. There's one right there. Look at all these little rough spots here. I'm not sure what those are called, but I think those are technically formations. All along the wall here, it's like the wall was cooling, it's glassy. It's stretched out a little bit, but only in this one area. Like down there, forms almost a little bitty ledge or balcony. Really, really small. But notice how uneven it is. See how part of this is smooth, part of it's rough. Up there it's really, really rough. And then over here it's relatively smooth. Look at the floor though, it's mostly covered with mud and breakdown rocks. Not much to see. So let me go backwards as far as I can. So here's pretty much the whole cave. Notice over there, you got some moss growing in the cracks. Out there you have a little more moss growing on the surface. Notice here we got all sorts of moss and lichen. I'm not sure if it's still alive or if it grew and then it died, but one of the two. Notice the floor has got like fresh piles of gravel. I think that comes in from above through cracks, holes in the ceiling. Okay, I'm not going to try to crawl back there. I don't know if this is the end of the cave for real or not, but I'm way too lazy to care. Notice over there, there's moss growing on the floor. So if you do come here, try not to trample that. Let it grow. Hopefully when it gets wet, it'll grow back. Look real pretty. Like, look at this green stuff. Lime green lichen. Kind of pretty and shiny. Ooh, Notice how the rock's a little bit rough there. This is kind of cool. You can see how the moss grew around the crack, but then it fell down. Got too big, I guess. I think when it was alive that it was growing nice and green, and then when it died, it lost some of its strength. That's how it came delaminated, or however you say that. Let me turn around and look at the rest of the cave. So this cave is actually in two parts. If you go over here to the right a bit, there's a little tiny hole. This one is not a dead end, but that doesn't make it practical. So yeah, if you look how rough the floor is to the left, or the wall. But yeah, you can see there's natural light through there. It's a tight squeeze. I'm pretty sure not only is there that entrance, I think you can turn right and go back a little ways too. But I am not feeling like crawling back there today, so I'm not going to. And then notice up here, it's actually burned moss. So yeah, interesting.